Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. And the Hokies will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cavaliers' offense is on the field for the first time today. This is a quintessential blue-collar versus white-collar perception as they square off for the Commonwealth Cup.
These two teams just don't like each other. Virginia Tech and Virginia take the field. Man, there is a lot of hitting going on.
Yeah, it's always cool because it's later in the year, it's cold outside, and just the hitting, the physicality, the disdain for each other's so much fun to watch.
And he breaks into the open. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to it. Keeps the legs moving. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. This rivalry dates back to 1895, the first time Virginia and Virginia Tech faced. I don't even think Virginia Tech was called the Hokies then.
And the names might have changed, and this rivalry's been consistent. The hatred is consistent. The disdain for each other.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy.
So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intention.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 20. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Here's an example of bend but don't break defense. And yeah, they've given up some yards on this drive, but after that big sack, it now set up 3rd and long, and now they've got an opportunity to finally get off the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is perfect. And with the field goal guys all locked up here in the first quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Such a great job on the defense, winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Mason. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Brown has it. Makes his man miss. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go dime, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Part of the Hokies' DNA to rely on that ground game, sort of like a Kevin Jones type guy.
No doubt, and I think it's always what's made these offenses go. Like the running game, the versatility of the running game, but you got to have that bell cow that you can hand it off to establish it.
Virginia Tech opened up a can the last time they saw the Hoops.
Yeah, they took care of business, and they've dominated this rivalry, and Virginia knows that, and it's in their head. They're going to have to do something early in this football game to really turn that tide.
You got to answer the bell. With Virginia and Virginia Tech play, you got to start fast. Last time it was the Hokies. Let's find out what happens here. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll give it on the counter. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Drones. Sends it downfield. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Hokies!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Virginia Tech is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Give to Brown. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Fights off a defender. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Cavaliers! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Back to throw, it's Drones. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Tackled after picking up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hokies are marching down the field. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Fitzgerald. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Green. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Got his man quickly. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They're bringing heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And now on 2nd down for this offense. back through the air one more time. Snagged in the middle. It's Harrison. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
On second down, just keeps firing. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He'll start this drive firing. Coming after it. Makes the catch. It's Fitzgerald. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quarterback adapted. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Dropping back, it's Drones. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half.
First and goal, Virginia Tech.
And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Cavaliers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Back to throw, it's Drones. Going to try to get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Cavaliers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Smashes through. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Heath. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Across the 45. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for a deep man. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the 2nd half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll try the run. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays. And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. So jet sweep pass. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jess, and you got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Fitzgerald. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Caught over the middle. It's Fitzgerald. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Using his legs, it's Mason. And the Hokies get enough for the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Hokies. They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. 31, and they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchdown. The offense set for a 1st down play. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Shakes off the defender. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Looking to throw, it's Calandria. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Wants to throw on second down. Unloads it downfield. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
Yeah, and you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
They'll throw it on first down. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
He's got 93 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's off to the races. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Hokies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Hokie, high-tech, VPI builds a big lead on the Hoos.
You got to love the way the Hokies have come out in this game, and they've just taken it. They're playing with more energy, and they're flying around.
They're flying around, playing great, playing with an edge. You can tell this game really, really mattered. That's why rivalries are so much fun.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Gibson. Tackled immediately after the catch. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Harrison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Back to pass. It's Calandria. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick.
And to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock. Obviously, that score gives you a chance, but man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, and maybe time for a play or two. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your